Good evening. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Today, most probably today's final seminar, we're doing practicals, and then after today's session, we have only model paper discussion and Northwestern Province paper discussions. That's the final work plan, right? Okay. Today, I hope to complete everything, all practicals, Excel practicals, Word practical. I have sent a video, recorded video of word processing software applications. Right. Okay. Today, target complete the remain part. Okay. Our first thing is the Young's module practical. I will explain the Young's module practical, then we can move into Young's module practical question. And I hope to go with Excel with Young's module mechanical properties of experiment. I will explain in the Excel software, right? How to manage data in Excel with practical experiment. Okay, today very important session we conducting today. Okay, let's move into practical. Okay. Okay, this one we already discussed, right? This is the determination of specific latent heat of vaporization as well as determination of specific latent heat of uh, melting. Yeah, that we already discussed the ice cube practical and steam generator practical. For steam generator to remove already uh, condensed water, we can use steam trap. Do you remember? It is steam trap. That's the most important thing. In melting example, ice cube example, do you remember to remove already melted water? We have to wipe by wipe out surface of ice cube with tissue papers. With tissue papers. Do you remember? Yes, with tissue papers. My voice is clear, right? Okay, let's move into final practical. Final practical. Okay, it is Young's module practical. Young's module practical. Okay, before moving to Young's module practical, do you remember what's the meaning of we discussed about extension? Extension mean what? What's the meaning of extension of any rubber or any elastic substance? Extension or elongation. Extension mean the increasing length. The extension is increasing length. The extension equal L2 2 minus L1. That means final length minus initial length. The increase in length of any elastic object, that's the extension, right? Then what's the meaning of strain? What's the meaning of strain? The strain extension over initial length. Extension over initial length. That's the meaning of strain. Strain. Finally, we discussed about stress. Stress mainly two types. What are the two types of stress? Tensile stress and compressive stress. Tensile stress and compressive stress. The stress, the common equation is the stress equal the applied force divided by the cross-section area. Cross-section area. What is the standard unit of extension? It is meter. Meter. What is the standard unit of strain? No units, because meter to meter cancel. No unit. What is the standard unit of stress? It is Nm minus 2. Nm minus 2 means newtons per square meter or Pascal. Nm minus 2 or Pascal. Nm minus 2 or Pascal. Right. This is a summary. Do you remember what is the Hooke's law? Hooke's law. Okay. This is an experiment, right? We did the relationship between stress and strain. If you got the relationship between stress and strain, it is the relationship between stress and strain. Strain and stress. Okay, you can get a graph like this. Right? This is the shape of the graph. This is the shape of the graph. What is the name of this thing? This point O. I'm doing quick revision of mechanical properties of matters. Right? It is most important one. This is the O, and this is the point A. Point A. Think this is a point B. This is a point C. This is a point D. This is a point E. Right? Now, what is the name of A point? A is proportional limit. Proportional limit. The end of this straight line path. The end of this straight line path, it is proportional limit. What's the name of B? Elastic limit. Elastic limit. Elastic limit. Most definitely this time exam question, right? Make him part of What's the name of C? C is the yielding point. Yielding point. What's the name of D? D is the breaking stress. Breaking stress. Final step. Final point is a breaking point. Breaking point. Okay. Do you remember I told this straight line path. Straight line path is a proportional range, right? Proportional range. The straight line path is a proportional range. This is a proportional range. Proportional range. The O to B part is the what's the name? Elastic range. Elastic range. In proportional range, it's contain proportional characteristic. Then make it in the proportional range, it consists of proportional characteristic. Proportional characteristic means in the proportional range, stress directly proportional to the strain. That's the thing. Strain. Proportional characteristic as well as it has elastic characteristic, right? Elastic characteristic. Proportional characteristic. Proportional means stress proportional to strain. Right? Stress proportional to strain. That is the thing. Stress proportional to strain. But after A point, that's the end of proportional range. Proportional range. But up to B point, it contains elastic characteristic. Proportional limit is A is the end of proportional limit, but up to B point, it consists proportional characteristics. Elastic characteristics. It's contain elastic characteristic. That's why the B point is the elastic limit. Elastic limit. End of elastic characteristics. Okay, after B point, no elastic characteristic. No elastic characteristic means if it is released again, it is not returned to the original position. It is not returned to the original previous position, right? That means it has deformation, permanent deformation එකක් තියෙනවා ඒකේ. Right? The C mean the permanent deformation, this yielding point, the permanent deformation is very less value, very tiny value, permanently deform very tiny value, right? That's a yielding point. But breaking stress means it's large scale increase of permanent deformation in huge value. Final breaking point is a breakdowning point of a elastic substance. Okay, now the Hooke is a scientist. He investigate about the proportional limit, and in the proportional limit, explained. Hooke explained in the proportional limit the applied force of any elastic object, elastic substance, is directly proportional to the extension. Right? Therefore, he got equation F equal Ke. Not to, what's the name of K? What's the name of K? Sabir. Sorry, can you hear me? Okay. Okay. The K is the spring constant. Do you remember what's the unit of spring constant? Spring constant unit Nm minus 1, right? Because मैं K isolate कराम K equal F over E, then newtons per meter, right? Newtons per meter. Okay. I'm doing the full lesson, right? The mechanical properties of matters. Full lesson I am summarizing. Okay. Finally, in second way, according to Hooke's law, it may in the proportional limit, the stress of an elastic substance also directly proportional to the strain E over L1, right? This is a stress directly proportional to the strain E over L1 in extension over initial length, right? Then F over A stress equal to the, to remove this proportional mark, we can add constant. It is Young's module. Young's module. Okay. Okay. If you isolate the Young's module, then if you isolate the Young's module, make up Young's module isolate karo. Young's module equal F over A divided by, that means stress divided by strain. This is a basic equation. Stress over strain. Stress over strain. Then what's the unit of Young's module? Unit equal Nm minus 2O, because strain no units. Make unit become some O Pascal. Right? This is a summary of the mechanical properties of matter. Everything I explained. Understood? Joel? Fatima? Okay. Now, let's move into the practical. This is very simple practical. Think it is a elastic spring. Elastic spring, right? This is a practical. This is elastic spring. Elastic string. This is elastic string. Rubber or whatever elastic string, right? It is elastic string. This elastic string. Now, think we can add a scale plate like this, scale plate, and put some object and increasing the weight. Increasing the weight or increasing the force act on this elastic substance. And we can use a ruler. Right? This is a ruler. Sorry. Okay. Take the meter ruler or half meter ruler is okay. And measure the final length. Measure the final length. I got very simple thing. Get meter ruler, and first you can get the initial length, right? Initial length. Initial length 40 centimeters. It's 40 centimeter initial length, right? 40 centimeter initial length. Then you can get final length. Initial length, that means L1 equal 40 centimeter, and this is experimental data. This is experimental data. Experimental data means this is applied force. Applied force means the weight of substance, weight in newtons. And this is a final length. Final length means L2, right? Final length mean L2 කියලා කියනවා මෙයා. Now you can get the L2, right? Very simple practical. L2. බලන්න. Okay, if we without any force applied, zero. Applied force is zero. What is the L2? What is L2? L2 is 40 centimeter. That's mean initial length 40 centimeter, right? Okay, now I am going to increase up to 10 Newton applied force. 1 kilogram put on this scale plate. Then 10 Newton. Think it is 42 centimeter. 20 centimeter. 44 centimeter. Right? 30 centimeter. 46 centimeter. 50 centimeter. Sorry, not centimeter. Newton. Sorry. Newton. 48 centimeter. Okay, I clear. I got few experimental data. Increasing the weight of the object, increasing the weight act on the string, I got the final length. Final length. Right? Then you can get the extension, no? Then you can find the extension. Extension එක හදාගමු E එක. Extension equal L2 minus L1. L2 minus L1. 40 minus 40 is 0. 42 minus 42. 4, 6, 8. They are the extension, they are the applied force. Right? Now you can draw. Very simple practical. In theory class also we already discussed. Theory now I got only proportional range, right? I got only proportional range for easy understand. Now you can draw this experimental data. On a Cartesian plane. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. Remember, always the changing factor by us. Api change karana factor එක. Second. Sorry. Okay. Now this is experiment. Okay. Now you can get x and y a Cartesian plane and mark always x-axis is any experiment, not only this experiment. හරිද මේක විතරක් නෙවෙයි. Any experiment always x-axis is independent factor. Independent factor means the factor changing by us. හරිද අපි change කරන එක. In the experiment, the changing factor. Right? Okay, now extension and weight. Weight mean applied force. Which one changing by us? Api change karane මොකද? Weight or force, right? Applied force is changing by us. Force. Extension is auto changing. It is independent factor. Sorry, dependent factor. It is independent. This is dependent. Always independent one x-axis, dependent one y-axis. I got You got. See, the mass is increasing one. Mass or weight, right? Mg mean weight. Ne? The mass is independent one. It is x-axis. The dependent factor is extension in y-axis. I got this. That's the most important thing you need to understand. During the experiment, the changing factor by us, api change karane kon endon moka karada? The changing factor is x-axis always. Auto changing one, due to the change of this x-axis factor, the auto changing factor is y-axis. I clear, Fatima? That's the most important thing. That's a very important thing you need to learn today. It is dependent, this is independent. I got it. It is depend. This extension is depend on this value. Sarmia, clear? Quickly. Today we have a lot of things, Excel practicals, make past paper questions, huge work today. Huh. Okay, now what you do to do now, this experimental data, the force and extension, you can mark on the Cartesian plane. Very simple. Mark karana. Now 0, the applied force 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. If you mark this data, you can get a graph. It is a straight line to the origin. You see, it is a straight line passing to the origin. It is a straight line passing to the origin. Clear? It is straight line passing to the origin mean. How about its equation? Y equal mx is the equation. Y equal mx is the equation because intercept 0. Intercept 0. Right? Intercept 0. Okay. Hi. Maybe ready. Right. Now, this is a simple experiment, right? This is a simple experiment. Okay. The experimental result graph was, it is a straight line passing through the origin. Straight line passing through the origin. The y equal mx plus c is the equation. Y equal mx plus c is the equation. Right. Then, if you got the relationship between, according to Ohm's law, you already know if directly proportional to the extension, right? F directly proportional to the extension. Now, what is the meaning of F? What is the applied force? Mg, right? Mg mean weight, right? Mg mean weight. and mg divided by cross section area. Cross section area. Then it is we called as strain, means stress. Force divided by cross section area. Directly proportional to the E over initial length. Initial length එක මම L කියලා ගන්නම්. The initial length L or L1, right? L. I got as L. Right. Now we can get equation mg over cross section area equal Young's module EL. Right. Now if you isolate y, mg over a divided by E over L. This is the experimental final data. The Young's module of this string, the experimental string equal stress over strain finally. Right? අපි ආයි lesson එකට ආවා. I got clear? Again return to the lesson. This is a lesson given to you. But according to the experiment, හොඳට බලන්න. According to the experiment, මේ බලන්න මොකද වෙන්නේ? According to the experiment, we got our equation y equal mx plus graph. We got in the proportional limit. Now you already know. Straight line coming in the proportional limit. In the proportional limit, y equal mx. Now, what is a y? Do we remember? Y කවුද ආවේ? It is for y-axis. I got extension. Extension is y-axis. Then x-axis, the applied force, that means mg. Right? X-axis mg, y-axis e. Now we can prepare this equation. Now this basic equation, Young's module equation, according to the y equal mx equation. මේ බලන්න වෙන විදිහ. Then y එකට ගන්න our equation is, I'm going to cross multiply, right? Cross multiply y el equal, sorry, not el. Okay, better to get this y Young's module equal mg over a multiply by reciprocation L over E. Right? Now cross multiplication AE equal MGL. I just cross multiply. Hurry. Now I want to isolate E because Y value is in Y. Y value E, then E equal, clearly not made. Understand? E equal MGL over A Young's module. Right? Now I can get this M into this side. E equal GL over A Young's module into M. Same name. Now this equation is formed as y equal mx form. Y equal mx form. Y equal mx form. Are you clear? Salmia? Sharon? Okay, what's the purpose of that? එයිද මෙච්චර දුර අපි ගියේ මේ බලන්න. What's the purpose of that? 2016 paper කරාම you can get full idea. If you got the gradient of this equation gradient m equal මෙන්න මේ part එක. M equal GL over AY, A Young's module, right? If you want to find the Young's module of any unknown substance, this is the method. This is the method. Now you can get the gradient of this equation. How to get the gradient? Y difference divided by x difference. 40 divided by 0, 40. Sorry, y difference 10 divided by 0, it is 10. 40 divided by 0, 40. This is a gradient, right? Y difference divided by x difference. If you got the gradient and g value 10, initial length 40, cross section area then you can find unknown value of Young's module. Young's module you can calculate. That's the target of this experiment. Any doubt? Right? Very good. Okay. Very good. What happened? Fatima? Any doubt? Sarmia? Kabir? Now let's see. Now let's move into Excel practical. Excel, the most important one I know. ගොඩක් අයට අමාරුයි මේක. Excel, PowerPoint and Word, I will give you 2 recorded sessions. Excel, let's do in live class. Okay, this is final practical we doing Excel. I'm going to do the same practical in the Excel. Okay, then you can get the full idea. After that, let's move into mechanical property exam question. After finally, I need to discuss some Bernoulli's theorem and mechanical property application question as well. Today's lesson is the most important session we doing. Lot of exam guessing questions we discussing, right? This time, Bernoulli's theorem question asking the exam, and mechanical property is also asking, right? Bernoulli's theorem වලින් එනවා ප්‍රශ්නයක්. එතකොට need to practice one Bernoulli's theorem question. Okay. Let's move into Excel. What about chemistry and biology guess questions? I'll give you. Uh, I can't say exactly, but after your first subject, after your ET and BST exam, we have 5 days. This final 5 days, every day you have class, 1 hour session for every day. I'll give you. Yeah, we can't say exactly, but we can guess. අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් මම දෙන්නම් after your ET complete. But Bernoulli's theorem asked in this time. Okay, this is a Excel. This Excel. Do you know this Excel is a application software that's just like a workbook, right? It's just like a workbook. It's contain pages, and if you want more sheets, you can get new sheets. This sheet 2, sheet 3. If you want, you can rename, right? Rename. Think it is practical practice sheet, practice, right? If you want, you can renames. And this is the ribbon, right? මෙන්න මේ part එකට කියන්නේ ribbon එක කියලා, right? The upper part. The search bar also in the ribbon, right? This part is ribbon, and they are the tabs. They are the tabs. Home tab, insert tab, draw tab, page layout tab, formulas tab, data tab, review tab, view tab, help tab, right? Each tab contain tools. Then අපි ගත්තාම the home contains, this is font related tools and alignments related tools and number related tools and everything, right? They are tools. They are tools. If you go to insert tables, insert illustrations, insert graphs, insert filters, they all are what? Tools, right? I got, this is just as a workbook, and we can get more pages, and we can work as a data management for this Excel. We can use for data management this Excel, and this is a ribbon, and this is they are the tabs and tools. Each tabs contain lot of tools, relevant tools, right? If you frequently use any tool, we can right click and add into toolbar. මේ ribbon එකට දාගන්න පුළුවන්. Think this one. If you want to add quick access toolbar, right? If you want, මෙතනට දාගන්න පුළුවන්. If you use any tool frequently, right? Up to now, okay? Okay, now I will show you all functions and all tools, not all tools, but frequently used tools, how to use and how to manage data of experiment, and how to insert a graph, and how to label, and everything I will explain in a practical, right? Okay, thing. They are the dimensions. They are the experimental data I got in previous example, previous experiment, right? Previously I explained experiment, right? Previously I got experiment. Experiment එකෙන් ගත්ත මේක වෙන්න ඕනේ final length, right? Final length. final length. Final. Okay, this is they are the experimental data. Okay, now I am going to prepare this data sheet and graph in our practice sheet. In our practice sheet. Okay, clearly understand, right? Clearly understand. Tanya Violet. Tanya, in the first part of class, we discussed Young's module practical, right? Now, this Young's module experiment data we are going to analyze using Excel, right? මේ experiment එක තමයි Excel එකෙන් කරන්න යන්නේ. Then you can learn lot of tools and their functions. Right. Okay, let's start. Okay. Now, okay, the first thing I need to get the first cylinder diameter mean this string diameter. This experiment string diameter. String diameter mean this one. This diameter. Diameter mean thickness. Thickness of the string. අපි දාම මෙතන string කියලා වලට forget clear idea. String diameter have measured in millimeter, right? We can use vernier caliper or micrometer screw gauge to measure the diameter of string. The first thing we have to get first now I have to get a wait. Yeah, I want to merge these three cells. How to merge this? Then මෙතන අපිට we have to add the name, right? What's the name? The string diameter, right? This is a method. This is a method. The merge and center. You have 4 options of merging, right? This is a merge. In the alignment section, you can find this is a merge tool. The think if you want to merge only one row, I forgot before we start. Okay, they are the columns. They are the columns A, B, C, D, E, F. They are the columns. They are the columns. Methana A after complete 26 columns from Z again start AA. It is continue, right? It is continue. We can get any number of columns, right? Any number of columns. Okay, they are the columns A, B, C, D. Okay, what are the name of them? Meva? Rows. Rows. Right? They are the rows. Rows. Each of cell has a cell number, right? Think මෙතන පෙන්නනවා cell number එක. You can see the cell number. This is A1. A1, A column first cell. This one E6, E column 6th cell, right? 6 cell. This one H column 7th cell. I got her name, Sarmia. You can see this screen, right? Then my first target, I want to get 3 cells as a one line, as a one cell. Then the tool is merge. Merge and center. We have merge and center, merge across, merge cells, unmerge cells. Okay, what's the meaning of merge center? Merge center mean අපි merge center දුන්නොත් this then අපි මෙහෙම කරමුකෝ. Again unmerge me. Unmerge. Now think this is a large number of cells. Large number of cells. If you got merge center, all convert to one cell, single cell. But if you given merge across, this is a way. It's merge line by line, right? That's the difference. Then if you want a single cell, you have to merge and center, right? Merge and center. Are you clear? Again, unmerge, I want a single line, right? Then I'm merge and center. Okay, it is merge and center. You can type the string length, sorry, string diameter, string diameter, right? Then you can type the value of string diameter was 12.8, 12.8, 12.8, 12.8. Better to add the unit as well, millimeter. Okay. Now, the next thing is cylinder surface area. My cylinder can string, right? Then string surface area. The string surface area, that's a problem. String surface area. Again, I'm going to merge and center. Merge and center. String surface area. String surface area. Cross section area. Square millimeter is a unit, right? Square millimeter is a unit. Now, I want to add the string cross section area. Can anyone send me the function for get the string cross section area? You know, the area, it's a string is circular cross section, then it is 5r square. The diameter I measured using micrometer screw gauge, that was 12.8 millimeter. The string cross section area. Anyone? Okay. Now you don't need to manually calculate the area. You can second. Sorry. Give me a second. Okay, think the function until that. Can you find the function? I want to get the pi r square. No? Pi r square. Can anyone send me the function I need to type here on the E3 cell? Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry. What is a function? Okay, how to type the function? Yeah, first, any function, we have to start with equal mark, right? Equal mark. Then phi r squared, no? The phi is a function. I have given all functions in our tube, right? I will show you all functions. May have make up right? You don't need to remember all functions. Go through only very frequently used functions if you remember that enough, right? Phi r squared. I want r squared. Phi multiplied, right? This is a phi multiplied, right? R squared. R squared. R squared mean, previously in experiment, you got the diameter. Then radius mean diameter divided by 2. Diameter divided by 2 mean, diameter mean this one, E2. E2 is diameter, divide by 2, divide by 2, squared. This is square, right? This upper arrow mark is squared, right? Now the function is done. You can type enter. You can type enter. There is error. Wait. Sorry, we have to add a bracket here. Now, okay. See, that's a function, right? Phi bracket එකත් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Phi diameter divided by 2 squared. Phi r squared. If you put another value for diameter, if you put 5 diameter, then the value will be automatically changing, right? 6, the automatic changing. 100, yeah, this is a cross section area. Are you clear? Now 12.8 was the experiment today. Clear, clear, clear? Quickly, don't take time. First thing, okay? Tanya. This is a function I type. Phi r square. Hi. Then again I get merge and center. Then I will type here the height of the cylinder means the initial length, right? The length of the string. the length of string, the value 50.8. 50.8 millimeter, right? That one was a millimeter, right? Now, they are the experimental data. Previous the load in mean the final length, the load and final length. Okay, they are the experimental data. මේ තියෙන data. This data you have to type, right? You have to type this. And if you want to increase the width of these cells, you can get the cursor, the mid of this B and C, mid of two, the intersurface of two rows, and you can increase the thickness like this. You can increase the thickness like you can increase the width. Okay, the load, that means Newton, the force is given and the final length is given. Now, okay, now in our practical, the next thing I want, the other thing, if you want to get a margin, this is a way. This is a way you can search the required region for margin, and you can select any border type, right? You can select. If you want only the upper side or left border, right border, top border, bottom border, I want all borders. Okay, then select all borders. Okay, there are different tools. If you can underline, italic, bold. अभी मैं bold करूँ. It's bold thing, right? Bold. Ha. Okay, this part is most important thing, right? Clearly understand. Okay, now I am going to get our experiment. We are doing the relationship between stress and strain. Now I am going to calculate the stress, right? I am going to get the stress, 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 stress. You know, the unit is Pascal, right? The unit is Pascal. The unit is Pascal. I'm going to bold, and you can align according to our requirement. Then may come center at the end, then we can get align to center, right? This align to center. Okay. Align to center. Okay. Now I want to get the stress of each data. Do you need to calculate manually one by one? ඔක්කොම calculate කරන්න ඕනද? හරි. No, we can use a function. හරි. Can anyone send me? You know, stress equal the applied force, that means load divided by cross section area. හරි. අපි හිතමු මෙයා it is meter, no? Then it will be complicated. අපිට දැන් මෙතන what is our purpose to learn Excel නේ? අපි හිතමු මෙයා අපි just substitute, it is given square millimeter නේ. අපි without converting to meter just substitute, right? But in experimentally in calculation you have to make convert, right? හරි. අපි මෙයා දැනට මෙහෙම කරමු. Okay, I want this column, sorry, this cell, that means B8 divided by E3. B8 divided by E3. Okay, what I can do for this? Okay, I need help from, I need the function from you. Function එක දාන්න බා. Tell your function. Okay, what's the function? Okay, equal. That's a basic theory. Starting from equal, then brackets, the load divide by B8 divide by cross section area, right? The value is zero because why it is zero? Why it is zero? Zero divide by this one, then it is zero. Harneet. Okay, then there is. Do we need to add functions for all cells? No, no, no. If you write function for any cell, you can other if you're doing same calculation, you can do autofill option. Autofill mean you make a swipe karagene anti, right? Autofill. Okay, but the problem is it's coming errors. Can anyone send me what is the reason for that? What's the reason for that? Erika Keno, Joel. What's the reason for this error? Why it is coming error? If you go to now the balan first function, මෙතන බලන්න equal B8. B8 mean this one divide by E3. E3. But if you go to second row, මොකද වෙන්නේ? B9 divide by B9 it's correct, no? B9 it's correct. This one. B9 divide by E4. E4. Is there any value in E4? No any value on E4. මෙතනට ගියාම this function it has a value. What is the reason? මේක බලන්න. Clearly understand. B10 it's correct. Load divide by E5. E5 is length, no? It is not the stress, no? It is not the stress. Okay, what happened? This, if you type the function in this way, just B8 divided by E3 and autofill, what happened? According to the rows, these may selected values or selected rows also changing, right? Are you clear? Are you clear why it is wrong? Are you clear why it is wrong? Quickly. Joel, Sharon. Then what is the option? What we can do for this? Yes, that's the purpose of dollar mark. That's the purpose of dollar mark. Okay, now what I want to fix the cell, no? Then I make දෙකම fix කරන්න යන්නේ. Now if you add dollar mark means shift 4, right? In the keyboard, dollar mark means shift 4. Okay. If you type dollar mark in front of the B, the column will be fixed. Column will be fixed. And add another dollar mark for row as well. Then this value will be, it was red color, right? That was red color. Yeah, fix it now. Now you can, the value also 0. Now you can fill, you can save photo fill. Save photo fill. Save photo fill. They are the values. Now if you go to functions, then may B8 divided by E3. This one also B9 divided by E3. The E3 is fixed now. That's the purpose of dollar mark. Clear? මෙන්න මේකටයි අපි dollar mark එක use කරන්නේ. That's the purpose of dollar mark. right? Now, actually, the make අයින් කරන්න පුළුවන්. If you want, you can remove dollar mark for column because we doing on same column. Sorry, make අයින් කරත් if you, yeah, $3, right? Only the row will be fixed. Row will be fixed and column same, right? Column same. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Uh, let's try this function. This function. This one also same, right? Therefore, no require not compulsory to dollar mark for column. Column make same nisa. If you're doing maybe the swipe karna නම් like this, right? Oh, sorry. If you're doing swipe like this, මෙන්න මෙහෙම අපි කරනවා නම් this way you have to add for column. You have to add for column. Dollar mark for column. Wait, I'll show you. If you add dollar mark for column එකටත් දාන්න dollar for then you can go to this way as well, right? You can get a value, right? Okay, that's the purpose of dollar mark. Okay, then let's try to get the but the next problem is so many number of decimal points. Decimal point ni mara decimal points ගණක් තියෙනවා. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 8 decimal point. It is very difficult to analyze. Okay, I want to get into 3 decimal point because the final length also given for 3 decimal points now. Okay, this is a method. You can select the area of changes and select, go to the section of number section. Number section එකේ තියෙනවා there is general tool and select more number systems and you can select what's your requirement. Accounting, currency, date, time. Okay, I want number select. Then you can fix your amount of decimal point can select kara. Then okay, then you can get all the answers into 3 decimal points. 3 decimal point. Remember the tool general, right? In number section, right? Up to now, any doubt, Tanya? Okay, then let's move into අපි මෙයාගේ strain එක ගන්න. strain, you know, there is no units. It's automatically bolded. And what's the meaning of strain? Strain mean strain. Strain, yeah. Extension over initial length. Okay, now extension over initial length. You have to type a function equal extension mean final length minus initial length. Final length 50.8. Yeah. Bracket final length minus initial length. Yeah, this is extension. Divide by initial length. Again, divide by this one. initial. I got this. Then enter. Then enter. Then enter. If you autofilled, again come in same issue. Balan, if you autofill in this function, again come in same error. Therefore, make a fix කරන්න ඕන, right? මොකද කරන්න ඕනේ C8 minus E5. Yeah, ඒක fix වෙන්න ඕන, right? You have to add dollar marks in front of 5. And again dollar mark. Again dollar mark. Now enter. Now enter. And now autofill. Autofill. They are the strain values. Strain values. Clear? Okay, that one also very complicated, right? Therefore, select required area and get into to 3 decimal point. More number format and number into 3 decimal points and okay. Okay. We can get in correct order. And we have to add as a single table, then I'm going to add a border. Okay, this is a border. Now this is my new table. Are you clear? Up to now? Tanya? Joel? Okay, now I want to freeze some part of these the basic data, the string diameter, string cross section area, the length of string. I want to freeze. I want to check this data with table. Then what you can do? Okay, remember, then you have freeze option in this Excel. Then you can select මෙතන අපිට ඕන row එක select කරගන්න ඕනේ. This is a row I required. The above part of this row I want to freeze and go to view tab. Go to view tab and view tab. These are tab. Freeze panel. Yeah, freeze top row. Selected row eකට top row එක, right? Keep the top row visible while scrolling through the rest of worksheet, right? Yeah, while scrolling, we can keep top row visible. I think the first one. This one. Okay. Okay. It is freeze now, right? It is freeze. I mean, the above part is not scrolling. Not scrolling. Then we can easily then we can easily analyze, right? Easily analyze. The other basic tools. And now we got the stress and strain relationship. So, okay, this is stress and strain relationship. If you want, you can get some graphical representation as a graphical representation. Then you can select insert and you can select suitable this one good, right? This is a suitable graphical representation. This is strain and uh, stress. I think you can remember the graph shape, no? Up to this point, it is a proportional limit, elastic limit. Up to this point, yielding point, breaking stress and breaking point. Breaking stress and breaking point. These are graph, actual experimental graph. Alright. This graph also we can edit here. There is, you can double click and not double. Where is the edit option? Yeah, you can select any format. Any format. I will keep it the basic style. Yeah, you can rename the topic of the relationship between stress and strain. This is a topic. Strain. The relationship between stress and strain. The thing is, this one. There is plus mark here. You can click this plus mark and Excel's are there. Excel titles you can get. Within titles can apply. What is x-axis? What is x-axis? The x-axis is make x-axis havit තියෙන්නේ strain, no? Strain and stress. Okay, that's a final outcome. Okay, I explained all very important tools. You can search more about, and you can read our tute, and you can learn more functions and more tools. Okay, I'll clear Excel. Habib. These inserting things are very simple. No? I clear this dollar mark thing. Do I need to explain again? Sarmia. Dollar mark purpose. Do I need to explain again dollar mark changes? Okay. Okay, then I will delete this graph. Don't need. Yeah. Okay. Hari. Well, Sarmia, now think, let's do a simple calculation. Okay, think I want H8 cell මේකේ මට ඕනේ කරගන්න equal bracket the load divided by initial length. Load divided by initial length, right? Load divided by initial length. Load divide by initial length and bracket. Okay, that's a simple graph, simple function, right? Load divide by initial length. Always all load values need to divide by divide by initial length, right? Make a function just I got simple calculation, right? Don't know any purpose. Okay, then if you autofill this, if you cite this for autofill, you can see it's coming errors. The reason is දැන් මේ second එකට එද්දී 12,700 divide by this strain column මෙයාත් එනවා මේ බලන්න go to the function b9 is correct b9 divide by e6 not e5 අපි බෙදන්න ඕනේ e5 සර්ම I got the error therefore to fix this you can add dollar mark in front of 5 and if you want to fix column as well you can add dollar mark for e as right then enter then what happened the function is correct the value is correct if you swipe this for autofilling see all these values one by one divide by the same value I got Sarmia නැත්තම් මොකද වෙන්නේ මේකත් පහලට එනවා using dollar marks we can fix this cell dividing cell is fixing now okay Amina Sarmia okay now okay Sam okay I'll give you today class recording and you have to go through me word processing software recording asset then you can learn a lot of new things okay 2 practicals done okay now let's move into final target 2016 practical question 2016 practical question okay and next this is 2016 question number 4 an experimental setup find the Young's module of rubber is shown in the following figure the cross section of the rubber tube is A and the initial separation of the tube between X and Y is L naught. When a mass M is placed on a plate of balance, this scale plate, mass M is placed, right? Mass M is placed. The point Y moved down the new length. Point Y move down the new length of the rubber tube between X and Y become L. The initial length is XL, right? Consider G as the gravitational acceleration. Write down, okay, this experiment we did in the practical, right? Write down expressions for the tensile stress and tensile strain of the rubber tube using the symbols given below. Tensile stress and tensile strain using the symbols given below. Okay. What are the symbols? Write down expression for the tensile stress and tensile strain of the rubber tube using the given symbols. Okay, what is the tensile stress now? The tensile stress, our basic equation is, the basic equation of tensile stress is F over A, F over A. But according to given symbol, F mean mg, no? Mg, the mass m, into gravitational acceleration, divide by cross section area A. Cross section area A, it is given in the question. Cross section area A, right? Hi. Tensile strain. Tensile strain. Strain mean normal equation E of L1. E of L1. But according to given data, X initial length L naught, right? Initial length L naught. The new length become L. That means final length, no? Final length. Then extension equal L minus L naught divide by initial length L naught. Clear? L minus L naught divide by L naught. Obtain an equation that relates the tensile stress and the tensile strains using Hooke's law. Okay, tensile strain and tensile stress using Hooke's law. Okay, what's the equation? F over A directly proportional to the E over L1. To remove proportional mark, use Young's module, no? හැබැයි දැන් මේක ලියන්න ඕනේ. You have to write down this according to the given date. එහෙනම් අපි mg දාමු. mg divide A equal Young's module L minus L naught divide by L naught. Only symbols. This is the equation. Right? Any doubt, please ask me. What are the variables measured in this experiment? What are the variables measured in this experiment? What are the variables? Variables. Okay, experiment measure variables are mass is a one variable. Mass is a one variable. And mass multiplied by gravitational acceleration, then we can get the weight. Right? Weight is the applied force. And measure final length of extension. Extension එක අපි හදාගන්න එකක් නේ. Final length is a changing factor. Final. Rearrange the equation you obtained in 4p as an equation of straight line. This equation, මේ equation එක rearrange as equation of straight line. Equation of straight line means y equal mx plus c. Y equal mx plus c is the equation of straight line. Then what to do? Then this experiment, I told always changing. What? Always changing one is, අපි change කරන්නේ මොකක්ද? Weight, right? Then this is x-axis. It is x value. Mg is the x. Mg or m. M is x. Then auto changing factor is L minus L naught, right? L minus L naught is auto changing factor. Then it is y. It is y. Then isolate L minus L naught. That's something. L minus L naught isolate. Okay, I'm going to cross multiplication. First, cross multiply करना mg l naught a so cross multiplicate equal a Young's module L minus L naught. Okay, what is our target? To isolate L minus L naught. In a divide करना L minus L naught equal mgl gl naught divide by ay. This m get as x. Then you can see the equation is y equal mx type. No any c, no any intercept. The equation is y equal mx form. Clear? Sharon? This is the equation in y equal mx form. Yeah, Tanya. Did you watch the experiment, practical part? Or you came late? Yeah, that's problem. Yeah, first go through May practical again. I will give you this video, and not only that video. Uh, did you complete the previous practicals? Heat practicals? Okay. Then this one also you should know the full practical. Normally, any experiment, Tanya, the there are two factors, independent factor and dependent factor. Then api many make. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is the thing. This is a experiment. This is experiment which increasing the load, increasing the applied force, and measure the final length. Then we can get the extension. Then the relationship between extension and applied force mark on a Cartesian plane. This Cartesian plane always the changing factor by us, api change karna factor that we called as independent factor. It is not depend on any factor. We are changing that. Okay, the independent factor, you can api change karna factor. This experiment, it is m, right? M or mg. The weight is a factor or mass of the substance, mass is m is the factor changing by us. Then that is an independent factor. The extension is depend on the mass. Therefore, that we called as dependent factor. This type, any type experiment, the dependent factor is independent factor. Api change karne ka always x-axis. Always x-axis. Independent factor always dependent factor always y-axis. Dependent independent හිතන්න බා අපි change කරන එක x axis එකේ auto change වෙන එක y axis එක. The auto changing factor is y axis on the y axis. Okay, that's a rule. That's a theory of any experiment. Now Now this given experiment, which factor changing by us? Mass. Mass. Actually not mg, mass actually. Mass is x. Mass is x. Then extension is auto changing, independent. That therefore it is a y. It is y. I selected first x and y. Right? Then I cross multiply. Cross multiply kare make to get some relationship. Right? Cross multiply, then this is the equation. Okay. Now according to y equal mx, according to y equal mx, this is a y now. L minus L naught y equal m x එකට ගන්න ඕනේ මෙයා. X the mass. Now okay. Yeah, and practicals බලන්න. You have to complete all practicals and practical questions especially. We discussed all practical questions. Write the gradient and intercept of the equation obtained in previous part. The gradient equal GL naught divided by AU. This is the gradient. GL naught divided by A Young's module. Intercept is there is intercept as well. Sorry. There is one step missing. මෙතන the y independent factor, they have got L final length, not extension. Sorry. Then we have to get this L naught into this side. Don't get complex. The L is get as final length, get as independent one. GL naught, same equation, GL naught over AY, Young's module, M minus get convert to plus L naught. Then intercept equal L naught. Actually, this equation y equal mx plus c. Y equal mx plus c. Mx plus c format. Y equal mx plus c format. That point okay, Tanya? Then plus L naught is the intercept. Plus L naught is the intercept. Draw a rough sketch of the graph using the equation obtained in previous part. Okay. D part. It is y equal mx plus c. Then intercept is a plus value. Therefore, y-axis cutting point is plus value. And always graph should be like this. It's a straight line above the zero. Above the zero. We don't know what is the exact intercept, but it should have above the zero because intercept, there is intercept. There is intercept. There is an intercept. If the gradient of above graph is drawn is G, the gradient equal G, M equal G, right? M equal G, capital G. M equal capital G. Obtain an expression for the Young's module. Young's module eකට equation එකක් හදන්න. The gradient equal GL naught. Gradient means G, capital G, then simple GL naught divide by A1. A1. Then we can get the Young's module. First cross multiplication. A Young's module G equal GL naught. Now you can isolate the Young's module. Young's module equal මොකද කරන්නේ GL naught divide by AG. Okay. Young's module equal simple G, that means gravitational acceleration, L naught divide by AG. AG mean A cross section area into gradient. Cross section area into gradient. What are the reading of the rubber tube that required to calculate Young's module using the answer in for 1 G1? What's the reading of the rubber tube that required to calculate Young's module? Yeah, we need the reading, initial length, right? Initial length, initial length, L naught. Initial length, and readings, then we need the diameter required, diameter or radius, diameter of radius, cross section diameter. Okay, they are the measurements required. The G value is already given and gradient also given. L we can find by initial length. If you know the diameter or radius, you can get the cross section area. Write down the instruments with their least counts that can be used to obtain about 3 measurements. There are 3 measurements there. Then it should have hello one. Then internal diameter and external diameter. Internal diameter and external diameter. Internal diameter and external diameter. Measurement is initial length. We can get by meter ruler. The least count is 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter, it's very simple. The internal diameter, vernier caliper is good, 0.1 millimeter. External diameter, we can get micrometer screw gauge as well, or vernier caliper. 0.1 millimeter. We can use traveling microscope as well, right? Any instrument, any suitable instrument. Write an expression for the elastic potential energy stored in the rubber tube when some mass is applied to it. Okay, what is that? Write an expression for the elastic potential energy stored in the rubber tube when some mass is applied to it. Elastic potential energy equation. Write an expression for elastic potential energy. Elastic potential energy half into Fe. Half into Fe mean, that's mean E equal half Fe equation. Is there any intercept? No, therefore it's just like y equal mx format. Y equal mx format straight lines always going through the origin. The intercept 0. Intercept 0. Intercept 0. Intercept 0. Right. This is the 2016 practical question discussion. Practical question discussion. Okay. Now, let's go into Bernoulli's theorem question. Okay, it is a good question. Yeah, this one is a good question. This is Bernoulli's theorem, and it is 2021 Bernoulli's theorem and mechanical properties of matters mixed question. මේ වගේ එකක් most probably, yeah, see, this is Bernoulli's theorem plus mechanical properties of matters. Okay, okay, this is a final target of today schedule to complete Bernoulli's theorem and mechanical property essay question. Okay, after discussion of this question, 100% your theory, practical papers, everything completed. Now you can ready. Now, before 1 week, we have another 1 week remain. Everything we have complete, right? Then you can ready for the exam. You have 1 week, complete everything, and again revise everything. And if you have missed any practical session or any theory class, you have to go through again recordings. Try to complete everything within this month. Within this month. Today, what's the today? Today 25th. You have another 2 weeks. 2 weeks to the exam. Yeah. Try to complete everything. Everything again, revise and go through again within this month. You have another 5 days. Now you have another 6 days. Right? After that final week, you can get fully for your first subject. Final week එකේ උපරිම වැඩ කරන්න, do maximum for your first subject. Then after complete ET and BST, you have the 5 days for ready for the SFT. Yeah, until that, until 5th of August, work on all subjects. All 3 subjects, balancing, you have to work. Let's go into this question. It's Bernoulli's theorem. In the usual national Bernoulli's principle, for any 2 points laying on same streamline, but the different height is h1 and h2 can be expressed as p1 plus rho gh1. Yeah, this is a Bernoulli's theorem basic equation with 2 different heights. Okay, do you remember what's the meaning of Bernoulli's theorem? What's the meaning of Bernoulli's theorem? The Bernoulli's theorem means what's the meaning of Bernoulli's theorem? Bernoulli's theorem means in the same streamline, right? Same streamline, the pressure plus any point, the pressure plus total kinetic energy of unit volume plus kinetic energy, sorry, potential energy plus unit volume, the summation is constant. Pressure plus kinetic energy plus unit volume mean half rho gh. M divided by V mean rho v squared plus rho gh, potential energy. It is a constant. It is a constant. Okay, this is a Bernoulli's theorem, right? Every constant mean each and every point. This is just a single value. It's a constant value on same streamline. Okay, that's a simple Bernoulli's theorem. Simple Bernoulli's theorem. Right. Now let's move into question. Okay, the Bernoulli expression is given. The Bernoulli equation is given. Okay. Show that for 2 points laying on the same horizontal streamline, above equation reduces to arm. Then make a show කරන්න තියෙන්නේ. The problem is how to show, you already know. This is a way. This is a way. You can show this. It's very simple. The theory is asking, right? The theory is asking. Right. මොකද කියන්නේ? P1 plus half rho V1 squared plus rho GH 1 equal P2 plus half rho V2 squared plus rho GH2. Now H1 and H2, there is no gap. There is no gap mean both zero. They both potential energy cancel out. Cancel out means zero. That's why make a pen on it. Since H equals zero, potential energy equals zero, then P1 plus half rho V1 squared equal P2 plus half rho V2 squared. No potential energy difference. No potential energy difference. Okay. A kite shown by a student floats horizontally in the sky as shown in the following diagram. The air velocity at 2 points just below and just above the, sorry, below and above the kite are 5 ms minus 1 and 10 ms minus 2, right? Above the kite 10, below the kite 5. The pressure at the above 2 points P1 and P2 respectively, assuming mass of the thick and thickness of kite are negligible, no mass and no thickness, therefore no height difference, right? Calculate the following. Calculate the following. Using the answer in part A, write an expression for the pressure difference. Pressure difference expression clear. Yeah. Very simple. This is a pressure difference. Now get you have to think according to Bernoulli's theorem. You have to find, I told, in when increasing the velocity, what happened to the velocity increase? What happened to the pressure? P2 is less. P2 is less velocity. Velocity therefore P1 is greater. Right? Therefore, pressure difference means P1 minus P2. P1 minus P2. P1 minus P2. Then P1 minus P2. P2 get to this direction. P2 equal half rho V2 squared. මේ part එක හිම තියෙනවා. මෙයා මෙහෙට ගන්න. This part get into left side. Right? Minus half rho V1 squared. 1 squared. Okay, this is the equation. This is the equation. This is the answer for first term. That's the expression. If the density of air is 1.2, calculate the pressure difference. Calculate the pressure difference. The density of the density given. The question asks pressure difference. That means P1 minus P2 is asking, right? P1 minus P2 is asking. Half rho mean 1.2 V2. Now V2 mean you have to find out. V2 mean 10, right? It is given in the question. 10. 10 squared mean 100. 100 minus half 1.2 into 5 squared mean 25. Very simple. It is Bernoulli's theorem calculation. It is 0.6. That one also 0.6. Now, what is the answer for 0.6 into 100? It is 60 minus 0.6 into 25. 12.5. 12.5. Then the pressure difference equal. What's the answer? 60 minus 12.5 Pascal. Sharon, what's the answer? $47.5 Pascal. 47.5 Pascal. $47.5 Pascal. This is Bernoulli's theorem application and calculations. So in Bernoulli's theorem, when adding 10 to the power 5, what's the meaning of 10 to the power 5? Ten to the power 5 mean atmospheric pressure. Yes. It is not for Bernoulli's theorem, Joe. 10 to the power 5 adding 4, think this is a open container, open water container with 5 meter height. 5 meter height. Then its the pressure exerted on bottom is P equal H rho G, H rho G, H rho G, right? It is hydraulic pressure, but that's not only the pressure. The actual pressure is the hydraulic pressure plus P naught as well. P naught mean atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure is 10 to the power 5, 10 to the power 5 Pascal. 10 to the power 5 Pascal means 1 Lakshayak. Clear? It is not for Bernoulli's theorem. It's pressure. Sir, we are clear? Okay, let's go into next part. Okay, pressure difference I got it. That was 47.5. If the surface area of kite is 0.5 square meter, calculate the tensile force required on string to keep kite stationary. Okay, the pressure difference is 47.5. And the question asks if due to pressure difference, if P equal F over A, pressure equal 47 point. The pressure difference is 47.5 Newton, sorry, Pascal. Equal, the applied force is, don't know, it is a tension. The force given by the pressure difference. The cross section area 0.5, height cross section area 0.5 square meter. 0.5 square meter. Therefore, the tension or applied force equal, force mean tension, it is equal to 47.5 to 0.5 here. What's the value? 20. What's the value? 20 multiply karna 22.5. No, 27 point. What is the value? Pratim. Sharon. Yeah, 43.75. Yes. 23.75 Newton. Right? Very simple. The pressure difference got then Fp equal F over A. Pressure equal force in a unit cross section area. Okay, the part C very simple. The figure show a setup used for measuring the tensile force of kite string which is vertical. Here, a rubber strip length 40 centimeter with 2 centimeter and thickness 2 millimeter is attached firmly to the kite string at the top and to the ground at the bottom. An indicator running on vertical linear scale. Yeah, this is a vertical linear scale indicator running attached to the upper end of rubber strip. Yes. Now, what is the use of indicator and scale of the setup? Then we can the tensile force, the given force by the kite string attached to this rubber strip, rubber tape, right? Rubber tape. And it's connect with upper end, connect with indicator and ruler. What's the purpose of indicator and scale? Accurately measure the extension of the rubber tube. Right? Accurately measure the extension. Make it tension. Accurately measure the extension of the rubber strip. Calculate the cross-section area of rubber strip normal to the tensile force. The cross-section, yeah, this is the tensile force. The cross-section area is asking. The cross-section is the length 40 with 2 centimeter and thickness 2 centimeter. The length is not required. It's very tiny cross-section area, right? Cross-section area. It's 2 millimeter and width 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter. The area equal 2 divided by 100 to convert into meter, width taker. Then the thickness equal 2 divided by 1000 to convert into meter because 2 millimeter, right? Divide by 1000 to convert into millimeter. Then the area equal 2 into 2, 4. 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 square meter. 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 square meter. Or 4 divided by 10,000. The next part is very simple. If the extension of the rubber strip due to the tensile force kite string is found to be 2 centimeter. This is the extension of the rubber string, right? Calculate the tensile force, Young's module. Calculate the tensile force. The Young's module of the material of rubber is given. It's a good question. The experiment, real question. Previously we discussed experiment. Now you already know the F over A equal to Young's module E over L1. Okay, this is the equation. The Young's module is given. The question asks if the Young's module 2 into 10 to the power 7. 2 into 10 to the power 7. Extension 2 centimeter. Extension 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter mean 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 because convert to meter. Right? Now, the initial length, the length of the string 40 centimeter. No? The initial length 40 centimeter. Then 40 centimeter, 40 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Right? Now, F over A, cross section area. Cross section area, now you got 4 into 10 to the power minus 4. 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 square meter. Right? Now, may I equal? Now cross multiplication for isolate F. F equal 4 into 10 to the power minus 4 into 2 into 10 to the power plus 7 into මෙයාට මෙයක් කැපෙනවා 2 over 40. It is 20. 20 to 2 cancel, it is 10. 10 to the power minus 4 to it's only remain මෙතනත් 0 එකක් තියෙනවා, then only remain squared. Then F equal 4 into 10 to the power squares means 400 Newton is the applied force. Yeah, correct, right? I clear? Tanya? Okay, don't think about calculations. You can do in any way. Any method you can use. However, you have to convert all values into standard units. Then you can cancel out units. The final answer is Newton. F is asking, tensile force is asking. F is 400 Newton. Okay, final question. Yeah, see, this question very, very simple. The next one is 10. It is not recommended to connect kite string to the rubber strip through the hole pursed at the upper end of the rubber strip. Explain the reason for this. What's the reason? If it is directly connect, then මෙතනට rubber tube එක, if it is directly connect without plate, what happened? There are two main reasons. What are your idea? What do you think? The one thing is break in the rubber string. Break in the rubber string. And other thing, the force is not uniformly distributed. The tensile force not uniformly distribute. Not uniformly distribute. Not uniformly distribute. Not uniformly distribute. Sorry, there is a mistake, I think, in area. Sorry, it is 4 into not 10 to the power minus 4. That's why I check again. It is 10 to the power minus 5, sorry. Because 5 zeros. Please go through this question again, right? It's a very good question. This type question definitely asking this time. It is within the 10 to the power 5. So 10 to the power 5. Right? Then it is only remain 1 10 to the power 1. Then 40 Newton is the answer. So my bad. 40 Newton is the answer. 40. Okay, we did 2021 first essay question, physics essay question, part B. Question number 9. Okay, please go to again. Okay, now that's the end of actually our theory and actually theory class. If I told theory, we did most of papers questions, but officially theory lessons and practicals will be practicals finish from today. Okay, now we have to ready for the model paper second part. When we can conduct the exam. Actually, model paper second part is a bit easy, not too difficult. Lazy paper එකක් තියෙන. Can we do it tomorrow morning? Are you all okay? Yeah, if not tomorrow, when we can do it, I'm not sure. But I have 3 more questions to translate. I am not sure. Okay, if it is translated, I'll inform we can do it tomorrow. If not, can we do Sunday morning? Okay, let's do Sunday morning. Tomorrow. Yeah, let's do Sunday morning. Are you all free? Kabir, Fatima, Tanya. Okay, again, we start model paper discussion on the next Friday. Next Friday, you have Tuesday and Wednesday, you have break. The break for ready for the exam. Actually, now theory and practical everything complete. I'll give you break for revise everything again, right? Again, you have model paper discussion on next Friday, the same time, 6 to 9:30 or 10 p.m. Then after model paper discussion, you have another one full paper discussion. It is Northwestern Province paper. Northwestern Province 2026 paper. That one was a good paper. Okay, I have MCQ part I have translated. Okay, I'll translate the second part as well. We can discuss Northwestern province as well. හරි. ඒ ටික කරාම before ET exam, that enough, right? After complete your first subject, let's see how to schedule our final work plan for final 5 days after the ET exam. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'll inform what is our final work plan. Okay, that's all for practicals and theory. Do you have any doubt? The thing is, if you missed any practical or any paper discussion or any lesson, any part of any lesson, please go through again. I have this week I will put all our videos in our YouTube channel public, right? 2060 ඔක්කොම public දානවා. Then you can go through any video and complete first. You have another 1 week remain for the complete everything, right? 100% complete. If you complete 100%, again revise and find what you have missed, right? මොනවද miss වෙලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා හොයන්න. Right? That's the thing. That's the main work for this final week. Okay, then let's meet with our model paper exam after that. Next Friday with model paper discussion. Goodbye. Good night.